Curtis, go ahead, please. First step.
So you do log 2000 divided by log 3.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to do it in 2 steps. You're exactly right. Remember, you use logs when you want to bring the exponent down. So he's exactly right when he says, I'm going to split 2 boards here. I'm actually going to go to a second board here, I think, and get rid of all this. I'm going to try to move this to, technology is wonderful. Okay, except for when it finds a way to do equations. It's not. It even shows you the stuff together. That's awful. So how am I going to give homework anymore? I can't give homework. This is awful. No more homework.
Yes.
Your iPod's just going to do your math assignment.
It don't work.
It will work. You will figure it out eventually. Okay, Sarah. What is a log? Stop, please. What is log 2000 divided by log 3 equals to, please? 6.9. I'm assuming there's more decimal places. So when you do this, guys, please do this. When we, so, hey guys, can we please do this? Can we please do this? So it's going to be 6.91 ... Please, when you're using these calculations for anything, actually use those numbers. David, what's my last step going to be?
Move it over.
Yeah. Okay, x is equal to 2.91. Now, if you do... Okay, guys, can we please refocus here? Okay, so, what parts did you not get, Sarah? Okay, we're good? Okay. Was anyone unable to get 6.91 because that's the tricky part? We're good? Okay, this next one here is step 2, but this ties in quite nicely to our lesson today, so I wanted to do this one first. So this says 250 equals 100 times 1.06. That's an exponent x. That was supposed to be not times x. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Okay, Amy, what's my first step going to be here, please?
Divide by 100.
Yeah, divide by 100. So I'm going to do that in blue. It's 2.5 equals 1.06 to the x. Wonderful. All right, Kristen, what do I do now, please?
Log 2.5 equals log 1.06.
Great. Madison, next step's going to be what?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so x is, I'm going to do log of 2.5 divided by log of 1.06 equal to x. Okay, and to finish off, Brooke, the answer is going to be?
15.7.
And I'm assuming there's more decimal places on there. We'll stick with that now. Was anyone unable to get 15.72 with your calculator? Because this unit is sort of heavily reliant upon the calculator. That said, is anyone need to borrow a calculator today? Are we brave? Yeah. Okay. So you can please make sure I get this back, okay? You can just slowly pass that over. Okay, it's a good question. Taylor asked a good question here. Okay, if we do, guys, could we please do this here? I got it. The question was how to get 2.91. Okay. Even though the internet's hearing this, I'm going to yell, okay? In a quiet voice. When I am talking, you are not talking. I can't deal with that as a teacher. Okay, so this is x plus 4, right? So we're going to get rid of the plus 4, we're going to subtract 4. Is what you're going to do, right? Because like to get rid of a plus 4, you use minus 4.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yes or okay? Not really. Well, let's go back to an easy question. Let's say I do like x plus 4 equals 10, right? So we'd have x equals 10 minus 4, right? So x equals 6. You good on that?
Where y is x plus 4.
No, I understand that.
You're good for this, you're good for this, you're good for this, but you're not good for this.
Yeah.
You're just getting rid of the 4, you're just doing 6.91 minus 4. So if you need me to write everything down. So x equals 6.911. Right, we were just moving across. 2.91.
Oh, you skipped a step.
Always.
Didn't really skip a step, just in short words.
Okay, but that's sort of, okay, that's remedial. Okay, okay, let's go for 5B first, we'll go back and forth. This is from last night's homework. It was 5B. Sorry, this one. This says 5 to the x squared. Okay, and just so you guys know, I'm a math teacher, as you may or may not be aware. I love algebra. Okay, that's why I'm a math teacher. So stuff like this makes me giddy. Okay, questions like this. All right, so you will see stuff like this in the future. Like this is a wonderful question. You will love this question. All right, Brooke, did you answer yet?
Yeah.
Okay, Julie, I'm gonna pass on you because you weren't here yesterday. All right, Gabriella, you're gonna be out. Gabriella, I will guide you through this question. When I see 1 over 125, that's painful to my eyes. How do you fix up 1 over 125?
Like 25 to the negative 1.
Yeah, so 125 is negative 1. So I'm going to write that just as 5 to the x squared to the 625 is equal to 125 to the negative 1, 2x. That's instantly what you should do whenever you see 1 divided by something. That's really the first step. Now, you weren't here, you can try this if you want, but otherwise you can pass if you weren't here yesterday. No, Amanda. No? Okay, 24 hours goes difficult. What do I want to make all the bases here? 5. Everything's going to go to 5. So I'm going to make these all. Here we go, guys. Can I go here, please? This is going to be 5 to the x squared. 5 to the something is equal to 5, negative 1. Oops. How do I do this one? 5 to the something, negative 1 to 2x. Okay, so I'm going to change 625 to be 5 to the something, and then 125 to be 5 to the something. 625 is going to be 5 to the what, please? 5 to the 4, good. And 125 is going to be 5 to the 3. Okay, good. All right, now this is still looking not perfect yet. Dustin, how do I simplify that right-hand bracket? That right hand. Pass? Oh, don't pass. Jesse, how do you simplify that?
Multiply 3 and negative 1.
Yeah, and then let's do the whole thing.
Negative 3 and
Yeah, which is going to be negative 6x. Now again, we can, if you want to show 15 steps, you certainly can. Okay, I don't think that's stupid too much. Riley, can you be brave, please, and simplify the left-hand side?
It's going to be 5x plus 4.
Close. X squared plus 4, but yes. Yeah. Now, why do we have to do that? Just open this in front of anybody here. Why do I have to do that left-hand side part? You can't drop the bases until you have 1 5 on the left, 1 5 on the right. Okay, or one number on the left, one number on the right. Now, I'm not going to say drop the bases because apparently that's offensive. I'm going to say remove.
Did you find out what that means?
You know what? I never will. I'm just going to live in ignorance is bliss. That's the thing, right? So I'm going to remove the 5s. I'm going to get x squared plus 4 equals negative 6x. All right. You always seem to be at Andrew for this question. This makes me happy. Andrew, how do we solve this equation?
bring the negative 6x over.
What does that turn the equation into? And what does one side equal then? Good. Okay, very good. All right, so this turns into x squared plus 6x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, that is true. You do it because that has an off factor, like yay factoring. The problem with yay factoring is that yay factoring doesn't work. Okay? You could, but you'd be incorrect. How do you solve this then when you see something you cannot factor? Quadratic formula, okay? So I'm going to say x is equal to negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 all over, yeah, well, all over 2 times 1. Negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36. Ooh, this is going to work out beautifully, in fact. Okay, Mr. Sadler is like getting giddy at this moment. I don't sound giddy, but like on the inside, I'm like just giggling right now, okay? That square root of 20 is making me so happy. Can someone be brave and tell me why the square root of 20 is making me happy? Yes. Good, okay, square root of 20 turns into what then? 2 and 10, not quite. You can divide it by 2, but I don't want to divide it by 2. What do I want to divide it by instead of 2? 4. Why 4, Gabriella?
Because it's a perfect.
It's a perfect square, right? So when I change this into, what I can do is, go to the next slide, I'm too excited. So it's going to be negative 6 plus or minus 2 root 5 over 2. Oh, that makes me happy. Isn't that like just making you, giving you the warm fuzzies on the inside right now? It is for me totally. It is for me totally. Okay, now we're not quite done though, because now I have lots of 2's. What do I do now? Everything divides by 2, right? So it's going to turn to negative 3 plus or minus root 5. Hopefully that's what the back of the book says. Hopefully that's what the bottom of the page says. Okay, so with the what, from the what side here, where I got the what's came from was negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, right? And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. So those just cancel out. Yes. More time, sir? Back?
Way back.
Okay.
Do you not recommend?
No, you don't need to, because the thing we learned, I knew them in here in a week, and so I'll try and sorry about that, okay? But what happens is we learn that since the bases are the same, the exponents are the same. So as long as the bases are equivalent, you can just solve for the x's. So if they're not, then that's like the logs that we use there. So the bases, if the bases aren't the same, you've got to either force them to be the same like this. So what I did was for the 625 and the 1 over 125, I forced it to be a 5. If you can't, you did like our 2 warrant questions there where you make it there. All right, let's go back to here. Any questions? Sorry, Riley, the question? Go ahead.
If we don't do the whole like 4.5.
Yes.
Do we lose?
You will lose half a mark, I guarantee. Okay? For 2 reasons.
Even if we get the right answer.
Yes, for 2 reasons. It's like when you gave Mr. Lacey, I know you had Mr. Lacey in grade 9, that's why I'm picking on Mr. Lacey. If in Mr. Lacey had a final answer of 2 over 4, would he give you full marks of it? I guarantee he would not. I guarantee he would. No math teacher in the right mind would. Since we're into grade 11, this is our new thing, okay? We already have a lesson, we already had a whole few days we did the square root of 20, changing into 2 root 5, right? So this is the main application in grade 11, is quadratic formula. Okay, so yes, you will be required in the future to go to that. Okay, you always in math, you're thinking make the equation small. That's what you're always trying to do for that. And if you did Mr. Kemp in grade 11, in grade 9, he also made you bring down those terms. Okay, I think I've stopped the video here, then I'll go to 4 because this is starting to get long here, okay?